No cadet in the Galactic War Academy ever forgot the sound of the iron gate opening. It was not loud. It was slow. A deep metal groan rolled through the training arena like the voice of an old god waking from sleep. Every alien cadet standing on the black stone floor became silent. Even the proud ones. Even the tall Venari warriors with silver armor. Even the Koran claw fighters who laughed at pain. Because behind that gate lived the war beast. Its name was Rakor. For 300 years, Rakor had tested every cadet before they could join the Galactic Defense Legion. It was not a normal animal. It was a living weapon from the dead world of Varnix. Bigger than a tank, covered in dark armored plates, 4 burning eyes, horns like broken moons, a mouthful of teeth made to tear metal. The test was simple. A cadet had to stand before Rakor. If the beast accepted them, it would step back. If it rejected them, the cadet failed. But Rakor did not accept many. It had broken princes. It had ignored general sons. It had made entire warrior bloodlines look weak. And it had never bowed. Never. Not once. Then the Academy announced a strange new cadet. A human. His name was Elias Vance. Humans were new to the Galactic Council. Most alien species believed they were soft, small, emotional, too slow to survive real war. Some called them water-blood apes. Others said Earth was lucky to still exist. When Elias entered the arena, whispers spread like fire. He wore simple gray cadet armor, no family crest, no war medals, no cybernetic claws, no glowing battle aura, only calm eyes. The gate opened. Rakor stepped out. The arena shook under its weight. The beast looked at Elias. And for the first time in 300 years, Rakor stopped breathing. The arena lights dimmed as Rakor moved closer. Every step of the war beast hit the black stone like thunder under the ground. Dust jumped from the floor. The alien cadets stepped back behind the safety barrier. Some tried to hide their fear. Others did not even try. Elias Vance stood alone in the center. He did not raise his weapon. He did not activate his shield. He did not run. From the high command balcony, General Threx narrowed his golden eyes. He had seen thousands of cadets face Rakor. The brave ones usually shouted. The proud ones tried to stare the beast down. The foolish ones attacked first. But the human did nothing. He only watched. Rakor lowered its massive head until its 4 burning eyes were level with Elias. Hot air rushed from its nostrils, pushing dust across the human's boots. The beast growled so deeply that the glass walls of the observation deck began to vibrate. A warning flashed across the arena screen. Heart rate scan, human cadet, stable. The alien instructors froze. That was impossible. Most cadets showed panic before Rakor even touched them. Some fainted from the pressure of its killing aura. But Elias's heart beat slowly, evenly, like he was standing under a quiet rain on Earth. Then something stranger happened. Rakor sniffed the air. Once, twice. Its eyes changed. The red glow inside them faded into a softer amber light. A scientist near the control panel leaned forward. "It is reading him," she whispered. General Threx turned. "Reading what?" The scientist's voice shook. "Old battlefield memory, trauma signals, survival markers, pain history." On the screen, strange data began to rise. Extreme stress exposure, confirmed predator response, non-dominant fear, control, unnatural protective instinct, high. The arena became dead silent. Rakor was not testing strength. It was testing the soul. And somehow this quiet human carried more war inside him than any cadet in the room. Rakor did not attack Elias. That alone was enough to terrify the Academy. The war beast circled him slowly, its armored tail dragging across the stone floor. Sparks flew behind it. Each movement looked controlled, almost careful, as if the beast was no longer facing a cadet. It was studying a survivor. Behind the safety barrier, the alien cadets began to whisper. "Why is it not tearing him apart? Is the beast broken?" "No," one older instructor said quietly. "It is afraid to make the wrong move." Elias heard them, but he kept his eyes on Rakor. He could feel something strange in the air now. Not danger from the beast. Something deeper. Something colder. Then every light in the arena flickered. A sharp alarm screamed through the academy. The giant hologram above the arena changed from cadet scores to a red emergency symbol. Unknown war signal detected. Source: Dead Space Border. Signature match. Varnic Swarm. The name hit the room like a weapon. Varnics. The same dead world where Rakor had been found. General Threk stepped forward, his face turning pale. That is impossible. The Varnic Swarm was destroyed 3 centuries ago. The academy speakers cracked with static. Then a voice came through. Not human. Not fully alive. It sounded like metal bones grinding under ice. Return the beast, or we consume your stars. The cadets froze. Across the observation screens, distant space cameras showed black shapes moving beyond the border. Thousands of them. Warships grown from bone-like armor. Organic engines pulsing red. A dead fleet returning from the dark. Rakor suddenly roared. But it was not an attack roar. It was a warning. The beast moved in front of Elias, placing its huge body between the human and the hologram. Its claws dug into the stone. Its 4 eyes locked on the war signal. Elias finally understood. Rakor had not been testing cadets for strength. It had been searching for someone who could stand when the old enemy returned. And now, the enemy had answered. The war signal kept repeating through the academy speakers. Return the beast, or we consume your stars. No one moved. General Threx ordered the arena shields to rise, but the control panel did not answer. The Varnic signal had entered the academy systems like a poison. Doors locked, lights flashed red. The air smelled of burning circuits. Then Rakor turned away from the hologram. It looked at Elias. Slowly, the beast lowered its massive head. The alien cadets gasped. Rakor was not kneeling, not yet. It was showing Elias the scars across its armored neck. Old scars, deep scars, and among them, Elias saw something impossible. A symbol burned into the beast's hide. Not alien, human. A faded mark of Earth's first deep space rescue fleet. Elias stepped closer. His voice was low. You were not captured from Varnics. The scientist in the observation deck checked the records with shaking hands. Her face changed as hidden files opened across the screen. Rakor was not a Varnics weapon, she whispered. It was rescued. General Threx turned sharply. By whom? The answer appeared in old broken text. Earth Relief Mission, year 2179, survivor, bio-armored war beast status, protected by human crew, final log. Crew sacrificed themselves to save subject. The arena went silent. 300 years ago, before humans joined the Council, an Earth rescue ship had found Rakor wounded, hunted and chained by the Varnic swarm. The human crew had freed it, fed it, protected it. When the swarm attacked, the crew used their own ship as a shield. They died so Rakor could live. That was why the beast remembered. That was why it had waited. Not for the strongest warrior, not for the most royal bloodline. It had waited for the same kind of soul that once saved it. A human soul. Rakor stepped back. Then, before the entire Galactic War Academy, the war beast lowered its front legs, bowed its horned head to Elias, and accepted him as its commander. The moment Rakor bowed, the Academy changed forever. Every alien cadet saw it. Every instructor saw it. Every command officer in the balcony saw the impossible truth. The beast that had rejected kings, generals, and war-born champions had chosen a human cadet. Then the sky above the academy cracked open. The Varnic swarm dropped from orbit like black rain. Their ships tore through the clouds shaped like bones and blades. Red engines burned behind them. The first wave struck the academy shield, and the whole mountain shook. Stone towers split. Training platforms fell. Emergency sirens screamed across the base. General Threx shouted orders, but the command network was already failing. The Varnics had planned everything. They hacked the shields, jammed the defense guns, blocked the escape routes. The proud Galactic War Academy, home of the strongest cadets in known space, was trapped. Alien cadets panicked. Some ran toward sealed doors. Some reached for weapons with shaking hands. Others stared at the sky, too shocked to move. Then a Varnix commander appeared on the main hologram, tall, thin, covered in dark bone armor. Its face had no eyes, only a red vertical mouth that opened like a wound. "Your champions are weak," it hissed. "Return the beast, and we may leave your children alive." The arena fell silent. Elias stepped forward. He was still only a cadet. His armor was simple. His rank was low. His body looked small beside Rakor's giant form. But his voice did not shake. "No." The Varnix commander tilted its head. "Human, you do not command here." Elias looked at the frightened cadets, the broken shield screens, and the beast beside him. Then he answered, "Maybe not." He placed one hand on Rakor's armored neck. "But I know what fear does to people. I know what happens when monsters think everyone will kneel." Rakor growled, and the floor trembled. Elias raised his eyes to the red hologram. "You came for the beast." His voice became cold. "Now you deal with the species that saved it." The Varnix first attack wave crashed through the damaged outer shield. Dark creatures dropped into the Academy courtyard, their bodies covered in bone armor, their claws glowing with red heat. They moved fast, climbing walls, tearing doors open, hunting every sound. The cadets were trained for war, but they had never seen war like this. General Threx tried to form a defense line, but the Varnix signal kept breaking their communication. Squads were separated. Defense drones fell from the sky. Panic spread faster than the enemy. Then Elias climbed onto Rakor's armored back. For 1 second, every alien cadet stared. A human cadet was riding the war beast. Rakor rose to its full height and roared so loudly that the red emergency lights shattered above them. The sound rolled across the academy like a battle horn. Elias pointed toward the main gate. "Do not fight alone," he shouted. "Stand together. Shields front, shooters high, wounded behind cover." His words were simple, but they worked. The cadets moved. Venari shield bearers locked their silver shields in a wall. Koran claw fighters guarded the sides. The small Nemi engineers restarted broken defense turrets by hand. Fear was still there, but now it had direction. The Varnix charged. Rakor hit them first. The beast moved like a living storm, throwing enemy soldiers across the stone courtyard. Elias held tight, guiding it away from trapped cadets and toward the thickest enemy groups. He did not use the beast for anger. He used it to protect. That was when the Varnix commander landed. It towered above Elias, holding a red spear made of living metal. "Humans always die for others," it hissed. "That is why you are weak." Elias jumped down from Rakor and stood between the commander and a group of wounded cadets. "No," he said, breathing hard. "That is why we are dangerous." Rakor roared behind him. The cadets rose together, and for the first time that day the Varnix swarm stepped back. The Varnix commander looked at Elias Vance and saw only a small human cadet. But the Academy saw something else. They saw a species that did not need claws to be dangerous. They saw a heart that did not break under fear. They saw a human standing between death and strangers who had mocked him only hours before. The commander raised its red spear. Rakor moved first. The war beast slammed into the commander with the force of a falling star. Stone cracked beneath them. The spear shattered. The commander screamed as Rakor pinned it to the ground, 4 burning eyes full of ancient memory. Elias did not order Rakor to kill. He only looked at the broken Varnix leader and said, "Tell your swarm this. Earth does not abandon the living, and humans do not kneel to monsters." The word spread through every open signal channel. Across the academy, the alien cadets pushed forward together. Shields locked, engines restarted, turrets fired. The Varnix line broke under the combined force of species that had finally learned to trust one another. Above the planet, galactic defense ships arrived and drove the swarm back into dead space. When the battle ended, the academy was damaged, but alive. The courtyard was covered in smoke, broken metal, and silent heroes. Elias stood beside Rakor, tired and wounded, but still on his feet. General Threx walked toward him slowly. The proud alien commander lowered his head. "Cadet Elias Vance," he said, voice heavy with respect. "Today you did not pass the War Beast test." Elias frowned. Threx looked at Rakor. "You revealed what the test was always meant to find." Around them, every alien cadet placed a hand over their chest in respect. Then Rakor stepped forward. The beast lowered its massive head again, but this time it did not bow only to Elias. It bowed toward the human flag rising over the damaged academy wall. And from that day, the galaxy remembered one truth. The war beast did not bow to power. It bowed to humanity,